What's up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 coming at you with another deck profile. This time it's Satellarknights for the November 2015 ban list. They got hit at one area, which is Rhoda, but I found a replacement for that. But for the most part, the deck is really solid. It's really competitive. Like if you look at a lot of the top 10 decks, a lot of people have this deck in the top 5 still, which is a surprise because you'd think they hit it at Worlds, but hey, I'm not complaining. So without any further ado, let's get on to the deck. First off, you have to play the triple Deneb. Deneb's basically the searcher, and she basically thins the deck really fast, and she allows you to make plays. Next up, you have triple Altair. This is like your monster reborn. It brings back Satellarknights from the grave. Usually, you want to bring back like Deneb so you can get your plus, and Deneb usually likes to search Altair to make more plus, so it's like a continuous loop. Next up, you have double a nuke. Some people like 3 or 1. I like 2. Just because I don't want to get stuff in the grave real fast. I feel like you can get stuff in the grave with for example, Tele Alpha Nova. So you don't really need to see him that often. So I just run 2 of them. Also, I run double Vega. This is kind of like the Goblinberg of the deck, where you can special summon another Tellarknight monster from your hand. So she's really good in extending plays as well. Last for the Tellarknight lineup, we have 1 Sirius. A lot of people don't even have them in the main or the side, but I like them just because in the grind game, you need to have deck advantage, I guess if you want to call it, because you don't want to be drawing into an empty I don't know, Teller Alpha Nova, and you don't have any other Tellarknights left in deck, so you need this restores advantage to your deck, kind of like another Emerald. And then here are my Rhoda replacements. I run double Maxi. For Rhoda, a lot of people like to run Skybridge, but I just feel like this is more versatile, and it also stops your opponent from making plays. A lot of people won't take the Maxi challenge, so Maxi is really good. Also, if you can also reuse this, for example, Call of the Haunted or Oasis it after it's used, and go into Trevor and add it back to hand. Last of the monsters, run Ryo. Ryo is basically a walking mistake, so it's really good, and you have 5 ways to bring it back, so it's a very crucial card in my opinion. Onto the spells, you have double MST. You don't want to lose the Floodgates, mainly Light Imprisoning Mirror, so I feel it's good in the main. Also, Pendulums will be a thing, so you'll find MSTs more commonplace in the main deck. To speed up the deck, I run double Duality. A lot of people are against running Duality just because it stops you from special summoning, but in my opinion, you need to dig through your deck as fast as you can so you can see Deneb. 1 Soul Charge. This can basically go into instant Rhino, and Rhino is your win condition. One of your win conditions, not your only, but this goes into instant Rhino. The 1 Rhoda. The 1 Regeki, self-explanatory, and the 1 Instafusion. You could bump it up to 2, but I just don't find space in the main deck. I think 1's enough. Okay, onto the traps. Triple Alpha Nova. Alpha Nova is busted. It's basically the Tellarknight's Solemn Judgment, and you get a +1, so it's nice. But to get the +1, actually, you need to pop the card that was activated. So, for example, if you Alpha Nova a Veiler, it doesn't get popped because of this, so you don't get to draw the card. Okay, and then for basically your 5 monster reborns, you run the triple Call of the Haunted, and then you run the double Oasis. Oasis, a lot of people don't like to run it at 2, but I like it at 2. So those are your 5 basically monster reborns of the deck. Also, I run the double Fiendish Chain. Actually, triple Fiendish Chain, excuse me. Triple Fiendish Chain is really good because in the meta, monster effects are a thing, so you need to stop your opponent from making plays. Also, it's trigger bounceable, so you use this, trigger bounce, use it again. Also, I main the double Mind Crush. Decks like to search a lot nowadays, so you want to be able to not only make your opponent lose hand advantage, but also see what they have in hand, so then you can base your strategy around playing against your opponent. For the staples, 1-ofs, we have 1 Vanities, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, 1 Warning, and 1 Compulse. Alright guys, so that was the main deck. Let's get on to the side deck real quick. I mean, double Veiler. I like it in the mirror match because you want to stop your opponent from using Altair or Deneb. And then we have double trap tricks. This is good against decks that like to XZ spam, just like, you know, Clown Necroz or even Tellarknights. You want to stop, you know, them from making plays. Double rivalry. I guess this is just good against like rogue decks in general. Some decks can't play around this. You run mostly warriors, so you just you know, stick with your warrior monsters. And then for like the Cosmo, Infernoid, and even the Cross matchup, I run the triple Imperial Iron Wall. This card is really good. I don't know if they'll hit it, but it's like banishing cards are like now a thing. So like you want to stop your opponent from banishing. Next up, we have the triple Fairy Wind. To be honest, I had this for the Klee matchup, but I mean they're still I think relevant against any pendulum deck. So you want to break scale, and the extra burn is also nice. And last, in the extra deck, side deck, excuse me, we have triple Shadow Imprisoning Mirror that stops basically any dark deck, so Shaddolls, BAs, stuff like that. Alright, that was the side deck. Let's onto the extra deck. You want double Trigger, pretty straightforward. You bounce everything, built-in Mind Crush, and when it dies, you get a Monster Reborn. One Deltaros. This is really good because your opponent can't respond to summons. On summon, like they can't use Bottomless or Torrential. One Tolmaeus. This card is going to be really good once the new support comes out in January because of Cyber Dragon Infinity. The one Concealer Diamond, just another Tellarknight name, and also like it can stop like decks at mill like Infernoids. Like if you have this on board, they can't reasoning. One Pallades is just another upgraded version. One if you have Tolmaeus on field. One Concealer Omega, basically built in Forbidden Lance. Bujin T Tsukiyomi, basically go +1 if you have one card in hand, like set back row. So that's pretty neat. And then one Rhino, basically one of your win conditions. This card's busted. It's like even more busted than Towers. So, and then next up we have just like generic, I guess, Ring Force. You have XYZ Rebellion, Karen Gorgon, Honor Arc, Castel, Cowboy, and you have to run the one Norden for the instant fusion target. Alright, YouTube, so that was the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a thumbs up if you did. Comment if you have any suggestions, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.